separation and the division of the Methodist Church, and how that we will be given the opportunity to split and become a new Methodist Church that will be traditional. I don't know why we're not staying and keeping the traditions, but that's, folks higher than my pay grade got together and they've worked all this out. Now, the thing is, this is not final. They're saying like we've already split. The news media takes this and runs with it. That's not the truth. Nothing will be official and nothing will be able to be done until our general conference, which is the big conference that we have every 4 years, and it's coming up in May. And once we have that meeting in May, some of those things may change a little bit. So I don't want to sit here and tell you this is exactly how things will be. I just know it's going to be okay. All right? That's what I want to tell you. I know it's going to be okay. I've been praying about this for so long, and I feel such a peace now. I haven't felt a peace in a long time. But I do now. I feel like we're going to make it happen. I believe that now we can do what we need to do to be faithful as people of God and as a church. It may be that each conference decides to do something as a whole conference. This may not change us at all in Alabama, other than that we may have a little bit of signage change or something like that. I mean, who knows? But they'll work all of that out. Just trust in God in this process. That's what I said from the beginning. Don't let the media push you into a discussion or any kind of anxiety, because there's no place for that. There's no need for that. We're going to be okay. This is a good thing that's happening, and I truly believe it. That I would have loved to stay together, but I'm more in line with trying to be faithful to the Scripture and the tradition of the church. I truly believe that that's what we need to do. And if our brothers and sisters need to do otherwise, then we wish them well. It doesn't have to be anything hateful. And what you're hearing might lead you to believe that we are anti-LGBTQ. We are not. We absolutely are not. If anybody is, then I encourage you to pray more diligently and to seek to have the heart of Christ in this matter. What we're talking about is being faithful to the Scripture, to the traditions of the church, and to abide by that, and to be in covenant with one another so that we know where we stand. That's what's going to happen. And I feel like we're in a good time and a good place right now, and I know that God will keep His hands upon His church, because God has just an amazing future for this church. I believe that this will bring us closer to revival than we've ever been before as a church. So pray that with a heart of love. Pray that with a mind of wisdom, that God is for us, that He's for us and He will not abandon us, that He will bless us and He will draw people unto Him, because that's what we're here for, is to draw people unto Him. And we may look a lot different after this split. It may surprise you. By being truthful and faithful to God, all people, LGBTQ, whatever you define yourself as, or things that you lean toward, you may find your place even more lovingly here in this church. And that's my prayer for this church. I hope I've done a good job of explaining and letting you know that things are not finalized. It won't happen until May, and it'll be a long process of change. Hopefully, we just keep going about our business of being faithful to God, and we won't have to worry about any of that. It'll just happen naturally, and we might have to change our sign, but we certainly are not going to have to change our hearts unless they're not of Christ. So God bless you, and I thank you, and do what you can to help people to calm down about things like this, and be faithful and trust in God, because that's our future. Now, let's continue to worship this holy and mighty God.